but if I do that, I can't see you.
No? Okay. Hey, everyone. Good evening. Welcome to Back in the Cards here. We're talking live. And, as we've been doing the last few weeks, we've been, hitting up different people in the sports card community, getting to know them a little bit more, maybe seeing them in a different way than you might see them in other social media platforms like TikTok or Instagram or Twitter. And I thought it was a really good time to bring in someone I've become really close with and kind of I've been able to share time with and have some, face-to-face, virtually, if you will. I'm going to introduce Rich, who's also known as the Happy Collector. What's up, Rich?
Hey, Mike, how's it going? Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
Hey, yeah, no problem. So, like I said, Rich and I, we've talked a lot. We've definitely shared ideas and talked about how we feel about the sports card market. The good, the bad, the ugly. So, we're going to bring up a few topics today to talk about. And then at the end, we'll talk about our typical, cards we like this week, cards we don't, things about the market that we find that are kind of playing into it and affecting things. We've definitely seen movement among all. And Rich, I don't know, are you familiar with the Card Genie Pro app?
Yes. I was actually an early adopter.
Yeah.
I connected in with him really early in the process, and honestly, I love the app. I shot over some suggestions of edits and changes, and instead of being defensive, put up some walls. He was just like, you know what, that's a great idea. Come back to me in a week, and literally in a week later, the changes are up. I love the app, and for $4, I think it's a $4 price tag.
You can't get anything. You can't get a pack of cards for $4.
I mean, nothing even close. There are some more advanced tools that cost a ton more money. For the price point, you can't beat it. And every time I check that app, it gets better, more and more features.
So what I want to talk about was that they have their weekly market, actually not weekly, but real-time market analysis. And over the last few weeks, you've seen basketball just skyrocketing.
After it was tailing off for a little bit.
What's that?
It was tailing off for a little bit, and now it's blown up.
It's still booming again. But you saw football tailing off.
Yep.
And you saw baseball kind of just treading water.
Yep.
And I looked yesterday, and it was the first day in a long time that all three trending up. So it's actually kind of fun to check, like, how's it all doing? And you can kind of see just in the banter of things like Twitter and TikTok and Instagram and even the Discord group that you've started that we'll talk about in a moment. You can see what people are looking for, what people are trying to buy, what they're selling, and how much they're selling it for. So when they announced the whole Cam Newton thing in New England, right? It took about 3 or 4 days, but the Jared Stidham cards started dropping, right? So actually, I picked up one for like $60. I got a SGC 10.
That's a great card.
It's a nice card, and I thought maybe SGC would give me the best price point to kind of get in and get a couple. The PSA 10s went as low as $130, and I have to check if they're still around there. I'd love to pick one up, but I just kept. I was more in like the 120, 125 price, and it just $130. It kind of held its ground. So I didn't get any of the PSA 10s, but I did get the SGC 10. But that's where really paying attention to what the market. What other people are doing, what they're saying,
Well, and it's a great example. It's a great example of you got to take a gamble. You're either going to be on Team Cam or Team Stidham, right?
Yeah.
I think the jury's still out. I mean, they did only sign him to a 1-year deal. It's basically a show me what you got kind of type of deal.
Mm-hmm.
No guarantees. He still might not be the starter. I mean, let's not forget his previous season in Carolina. It was less than spectacular.
Sure.
I think the guy is incredible talent, and he could, under a great coach, resurrect his career, but there's no guarantee there. So it's still a gamble play.
Yeah, and then on the flip side, Tom Brady going to Tampa Bay, really wondering is that going to be the kick in the pants that they need to become that next level team and compete? I mean, he's got a great receiving core there, so he's got the opportunity. He's got the tools himself. He's got people who can catch the ball. He's got some great names there.
He's my age though, Mike. I sometimes I get out of bed and I'm like, ow, this hurts. So I couldn't. I get it. Listen, I played small school football, nowhere near his level. And I get he's an elite athlete that does wacky training and nutrition stuff, but he's still old compared to NFL standards. And at some point, no matter how great you are, the engine gets kinks in it, So is it the year, or is he still got it? I mean, who knows?
No, that's a great point. I mean, you saw the last couple of years, the Patriots offensive line couldn't protect him like he really needed, or he had in the past even.
Yeah.
So,
and Tampa Bay has a nice offensive line.
Yeah, that's true. But the Patriots didn't.
No.
So I mean, their defense helped them, I think, win more so in the last couple of seasons than their offense did. Right.
I'd agree with that. I mean, he became the last couple seasons more towards I wouldn't say game manager, because that's thinking Trent Dilfer. I wouldn't insult a man like that. But his game started getting closer to that,
Got it. And then, and a lot of people compare, Cam Newton and stuff to Russell Wilson, right? And I know you and I talked earlier in the week about Russell Wilson, because I picked up a PSA 10 Russell Wilson.
Love it. 100%.
I think he's undervalued. I think, he's been to the big game a few times, and he's just, sometimes it's just unfortunate.
He should have that second Super Bowl. I mean, who on the 1 yard line throws the ball?
You took the
words out of my mouth. You have the beast mode in the backfield. It's crazy.
He should have had another one. I totally agree with you. So just on the topic of football a little bit, I was talking to you earlier this week too, and I mentioned how I had bought some Mosaic basketball card lots on Macari, right? 40, 50, 60 cards in a lot, lump sum. There's probably some junk in there, but there's a couple cards with a lot of upside that could potentially just pay for the lot, on its own. But I saw you had posted something on TikTok about Mosaic Football. So do you want to expel a little bit more about that here?
So on panini.net, I believe, I don't know, I guess I couldn't get the .com, on paniniamerica.net, on their blog. If you haven't checked out their blog, guys, you got to check it out. A ton of awesome information there. But they gave a preview of Mosaic Football. Now, this will be the first in the line of Mosaic for football. The previews, I mean, it looks phenomenal. I mean, it looks just as good as the basketball, if not better. I think September, mid to early September 2020 release date, which is going to coincide a little bit with Prism. Prism usually drops in a September timeframe, so I don't know if they're going to adjust that drop or not, but the cards looked amazing. And I'll tell you right now, with basketball, you get the Zion effect, but you're going to have the Joe Burrow effect of football. And I guarantee those Mosaic cards will have him in his pro uniform. They're going to be incredibly hard to get.
That's interesting. No, Prism cards, they're just attractive. They just seem to always grab the market. We saw Mosaic make a good run at it, but I still think Prism's kind of like the brand or style leader. I actually have up there NASCAR Prism hobby boxes.
No, I don't think I've ever seen that.
Because I think they're going to do well. So I bought a couple of wax boxes just to kind of hold on to them and see. I mean, it'd be fun to rip, but I couldn't think of anything other than maybe getting a Danica Patrick and some others auto that
and you're better
I
wouldn't know
what I was looking at, But I know Salvi B showed me the cards. He ripped a few NASCAR things. I think he got mostly Don Russ.
Oh, yeah, I missed it.
He's been ripping some, and it's kind of like it's just different, right? It's because it's got more to it than just the drivers, right? The cars and a lot of the sponsorships. So they do things a little different in terms of how they market the cars, but they are pretty cool. So
I've never gotten a NASCAR. I'd honestly probably buy WWE cards and UFC cards before that, because at least I could name guys in those sports. Right. But I respect NASCAR. I just never got into it.
So to that point, I actually just pre-ordered, along with another one of my guys who's he has a card shop. He's been kind of running it virtually last couple of years, but some WNBA Prism cards too. I got 2 hobby boxes.
You're going deep. WNBA.
I'm going wide. I'm hitting all the markets. you know, being
You
back
buying
in,
big
I
three
think
cards too?
What's that?
The big three, you buying those cards too?
What's the big three?
The big three is a league that Ice Cube owns, and it's all like veteran players.
Oh.
It's basically 3-on-3. The league actually is growing every year.
Are they putting out cards for that?
Yeah, Parkside is the brand. I've actually connected with them in the past, but they also do lacrosse. And they sent me some of their lacrosse cards, and they do a fine job. And Big Three, I think, is under there as well. But I've seen people post pictures of, hey, look what I see at Target and Walmart. And sometimes, every once in a while, I see like a Big Three pack of cards hanging there. So it'll be interesting because you can get some vets, but I don't know the overall appeal.
Is that the one that they show on ESPN?
I think it is on one of the sports networks. Yeah,
interesting.
It's pretty cool, and especially the after interviews. They try to have some fun with it. I think they're doing a good job with it. So maybe down the line, if I saw a pack of Big Three, I'd probably buy it and keep it unopened just to have. But
just to have it.
Yeah.
Did you watch the XFL at all this past year?
Yeah. Well, as you know, I've said to you before. I actually, when the first time they came around, I actually had a tryout with the Chicago Enforcers, I believe they were. And I remember the highlight of that tryout, I didn't make the team, but the highlight of the tryout was running my 40 for Dick Buckus, who still, as an older guy, looked like a monster that I wouldn't want to get hit by. Yeah, he still looked like he could kill me. He was in a thick black, like, duster, black hat. I'm like, oh, this guy. I can't imagine getting hit by this guy.
That's amazing. I played basketball once up in New Jersey with Joe Morris from the Giants.
Yeah, I remember Joe Morris.
He's the opposite. He's like a little guy, but he's got shoulders like you.
Oh, really?
And to watch that guy cut, you know, it's like a cartoon. When they turn, they get really thin. They go through the wall or whatever.
Yeah, that's great.
That's how good he is, and he's just fast. And he was already retired at that point.
He was a good player. He was a star player. He was a 80s, early 90s, maybe.
86 Giants.
Yeah.
I don't know if he was on the 90 team, but I know he was on the 86 team.
Yeah, he definitely on the 86 team. Yeah.
So, and this had to be 93 when I entered up. And,
very cool.
And he was long retired by then, but that was my one brush with that. So, all right. So about football, I think we hit that pretty good. So moving on to baseball. You can see on TikTok, everyone got their Project 2020 Griffey Jr, was that card 88 cards?
Infamous card 88. I keep this next to me to remind me not to do stupid things.
like by NASCAR packs.
I'd rather than NASCAR.
No, you'd rather.
I saw someone post today that on one of the groups I'm in that they actually got someone to accept their offer for a short Griffey for $3. And with shipping, it came like $5 and change. I'm like, oh, that's got to be the bottom.
That's pretty bad. I mean, I was able to use it to bundle in with a trade or two.
Yeah, that's smart.
But I think they're cool cards. And for people who don't collect them and aren't trying to flip them, like I know I'm going to give away a couple on my channel on TikTok and maybe even here on YouTube.
Yeah.
But, I think they're definitely interesting. I mean, the Ken Griffey Jr. is a great rookie card.
It can become iconic, honestly. I think it has a chance years from now to be an iconic card. It basically is the perfect card to sum up 2020. You know, it is the perfect.
Wow.
You know,
that's
all this expectation
I
and then
that and steal that.
A punch in the gut.
Did you see that the Lincoln Tunnel was flooding yesterday?
Yes, I would have lost my mind. I don't like being in tunnels as it is. If I saw water coming out of the walls, I might have just got out of the car and started running. Because I saw these cars stuck. I'm like, no, even if I was driving, I got out of the car and started running. I'll get my car later.
I mean, that's a mile and a half. Like, that's a mile and a half tunnel. So, you know, obviously it's not like the Hudson River is flooding into the tunnel. But it definitely was a water pipe issue.
Oh, but I know it'll freak me out, man.
That just sounds up 2020. You're right. I love that.
Are you still there, Mike? I think I'm losing you.
Up there I
go.
There you go.
There you go.
Well, that was weird. See, start talking about 2020.
I'm telling you. Don't travel with a Griffey Jr in your pocket. It's like carrying like a bad luck charm in your pocket.
Yeah. But I was saying how like I don't want to hear any kind of year in review, New Year's Eve. Let's recap 20. No, just let it go, and pray that 2021 is better because, man, oh man, it's just. And I'm not going to get political here, but it's only going to get worse as the year progresses, for one reason or another. And I'm just that's all we're going to talk about politics on this show right now.
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
Little soapbox statement, and we're moving on. Right. So, we mentioned the Discord group. So tell me a little bit about how you started with the Discord group. You know, is there an end goal or what do you just hope to gain out of it? And, you know, some feedback now, because it's been about 2 or 3 weeks?
No. I mean, we're going on week 2.
Okay. Yeah. And there's about 200 and some odd people, right?
Last I checked, and I check quite often because now I'm obsessed with it. 248. So we're 2 away from 250. I know people want me to do a giveaway at 250. Like I'm looking around, like, what do you want me? I don't know what to give. But I think so. To answer your question, I started it. I've been wanting to do one, right? I've been in other Discord groups, and I think they've been pretty cool, but they get pretty crazy. So I kind of want to do my own, and we all linked up, and it just gave me more motivation. Then the whole TikTok glitch happened as well, and I just pushed people. I had just gone out before that with the Discord. I was like, wow, this. Mm-hmm. If anything, this cements it in my mind of a good idea because it pushes the community to one place, right? So no matter where we all go, we can follow each other, you know?
Right.
People are selling stuff. There's trades, there's breaks, and not just through KO cards. Other people are in there breaking Razes by Austin and by Paulie B and by many others. That's the difference that I wanted to do in this, because a lot of groups you go into, one breaker and one razzer and one person that can sell. I really wanted to make a community. I've sold one card on there for $6, you know, so I really haven't made any money on there. But
I've got you beat by $1. I sold one for $7.
Nice, but I've only posted 2 cards, right? So it's like at the end of the day, what I want seems to be happening. So I saw people connecting, and they're saying thanks for your help on explaining this card. Someone today was talking about the OC next to a PSA 9.
Right.
You know, it's great to have a community. That's the biggest thing, to have a community that can connect with each other.
This is an OC
trust
card.
Them. Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Right. This is
center.
You've probably heard my backstory of how when I first started collecting in 1983, I'm at the card shop, and there was a Thurman Munson rookie sitting there for $20. You know, they didn't have Grady cards in '83. It was, you know, but this is the card. I picked this up on eBay for like $95. It's a PSA 8, off-centered. It's more or less the top to bottom. So if you can kind of see the top.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Very off-centered, but like that in
still
itself,
nice card.
to me. What's that?
Still a nice card.
Oh yeah, no, but that to me is what cards of that generation are like.
Yeah, they're all off-centered.
That's the card you got, and you were happy with. You were like, oh, it's off-centered. It's not going to grade. It's not going to gem. Like, you had the card. You didn't care. You didn't care if you had a gum stain on the back or whatever.
Well, you know what? That's an amazing point because, you know, we've seen a shift, right? And a lot of the, I'll quote unquote, old school collectors, they're not happy with the shift. I'm fine with it. I know you're fine with it. We've seen not just collectors in the hobby now, but we see flippers in the hobby as well. Mm-hmm. And some people were in there at 100% flippers. Other people were half flippers, half collectors, right? That's an interesting point you made, because there was a time where you would get a card and being off-centered or checking every little piece of it under a ring. I saw someone on a video where they had a jeweler's eye on a card going through it. That stuff didn't happen. You were just happy you got the card, you know? So it's a completely different world we live in. There you go. I mean, that's commonplace now.
Like, this is what I use now and it's got a little light. So you put the little light on.
You want to pre-grade at home, you got to have one of those.
You can't do a video because it doesn't work.
Yeah.
But you can definitely, you'll be amazed what you can see doing this versus trying to use the naked eye. Like,
oh, you have to. You got to have one. If you're gonna,
you'll be amazed. You'll see things. You're like, I'll have 2 cards. So, for example, this is a stack of cards I'm sending in and get graded, right? So I got this Bryce Harper rookie card. I'll send that in, but that's a 2012. So I need to that's separate. But like, so I got the Christian Pulisic.
Oh, nice.
Prism, right? I have 2 of them, and this is the one I decided to get graded. So then that's the I didn't put it in a card save yet, but the Luis Robert card. Did you see somebody posted the parallel of this?
Yeah, in our group.
Yeah, on the side.
The gold,
to 2020.
The golds are numbered to 2020. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, again, that's another great thing about the group of people sharing their hits and say, "What do you guys think?" And everybody's like, "That's phenomenal! Congratulations!"
Great.
You know. And he's a newer collector. You know, I've talked to, I think it's Coach, right? Coach Dottie, I believe that pulled that. Mm-hmm. He's a newer collector. And I mean, he collected and came back to the game like most people in like the mid-30s, late 40s, right? And to see him pull that was great. I was happy for him.
Very cool. Very cool. So, so yeah, I think we were going to talk about how, like I said, we've been talking and a couple other folks, and we're going to start doing more of a collaborative, branded kind of effort. Do you want to talk about that at all?
Sure. So there's a few of us on TikTok. You've seen them. You've seen them in Discord. It's myself, Mike, and Back in the Cards, Ed at Cahill Cards, Merrick and Arbitrage, Paulie B, Austin. We've been collaborating for a while, and we're going to start doing podcasts where you features all of us, not maybe all at the same time. Maybe people pop in and out, right? But basically having a group conversation about sports cards and sports in general. And maybe we'll throw in some other crazy nonsense too. Who knows? But the idea is to bring you into the conversation as a viewer, like we're all sitting around sipping and ripping with each other. You know, I love to sip and rip all these guys, but all you guys are all over the country and all over the world. Like Matey's over in Australia, right? So
yeah,
this is a good way to connect. So the show is called Waxing Poetic Show.com. If you go on that waxingpoeticshow.com, you'll see basically a coming soon page. That's where we're going to be posting links to our shows coming up. A link to this will probably be up there as well. A cast of characters, the players, if you will. I think it says on the website. So more to come, and I think we'll all be sharing it on our social media sites when they start dropping. So I'm excited for it.
No, I'm really excited about it. Like I think it's going to be great because you're bringing people with different experience, different points of view. Younger, older, flippers, investors, breakers. Yeah. So I think it's going to be a nice mashup, and someone will be able to always find someone to connect with and kind of relate to and see that point of view, or even better yet, learn other points of view too. So I think that was some of the things that motivated me to, start doing the YouTubes and things like that, and start doing podcasting myself. I'm a little bit behind on my podcasting lately, but yeah, no, I think it'll be great. I think it'll be cool. So I think one of the pieces that we're going to do on there is called Wax On, Wax Off. Mm-hmm. Right. So wax on is what are you into this week? What do you think's trending? And wax off is this is not for me. I'm staying away from it. Don't think it's for me. I'm just watching some comments coming in.
Okay. And, you want to do that first?
Cameron Azarian said he joined your Discord, and you're now officially at 250 members. So congratulations.
Nice, brother. Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Pop the champagne.
I don't have champagne, but I got Johnny Walker Gold here. So
that's beautiful.
Salute.
Which one, Johnny Walker?
The Gold 18.
Oh, nice. Very nice. And then someone asked about Tim Duncan, Topps rookie cards. Did a good pickup since most people consider him a top 10 player of all time. The ungraded card is $10. So if it's a Tim Duncan I'm thinking of, I have 3 of them. I have a PSA 10, a PSA 10 Chrome. Actually, I have 4. No, I did sell one, and I have a PSA 9 of it. If that's what I'm thinking of, that's a great card. I think the Topps Chrome PSA 10 is like $200. So, yeah, I think it's a good card. If that's the card I'm thinking of, where he's kind of driving in for the layup.
Yeah, I mean, he's an icon. You can't go wrong.
He's going into a Hall of Fame. I mean, that's a no-brainer. So, yeah.
As long as the card market doesn't tank, his card at the very least going to stay the same value. I mean, it should go up. I think that era of players, it's like a gap in price points there, which I think you're going to start to see to rise. Again, as long as the market doesn't crash. If the market stays outstaying, I think they're going to rise.
Who knows, right? Yeah. That's true. So that'll be our first wax on from the audience. Is I think that's a good card to look into, right? So
and all those era guys. I mean, I like that general era. I've been looking into
Kevin Garnett's the next one too.
I've been buying Steve Nash. I mean, you get his card dirt cheap, and the guy is one of the greatest at his position.
Yeah, well, everything was booming with The Last Dance. I picked up some Charles Barkley's, Patrick Ewing's, Chris Bosh cards. So there's no moving on them. I'm just holding them for now.
Yeah. So Barkley, I love Barkley, man.
Oh my God. And the thing is, a lot like my daughter is 15. It's like, isn't that one of the announcer guys? I'm like, yeah, but he's much more than that. You need to watch the show,
Yeah.
I think so. I mean, wax on. Soccer cards are just hot right now, right? I picked up the Panini Chronicles last week. This one I ripped. What was cool about this is it's actually 3 different mini boxes, and each box is a different league. So this is English Premier League, right? And then this one was La Liga, which is Spain.
Oh, okay.
That's where Messi plays, right? And then Serie A is Italy, which is where now Ronaldo plays. So
I didn't know that. That's interesting.
You got 15 cards of each league in the 45 card hobby box, right? They sold for $199 on Panini last Wednesday. They're sold out, obviously. They're going for about $425 right now.
Wow.
I've got a couple for sale online for $399, and everyone's trying to lowball me. So I'm like, I'm just gonna hold it because soccer wax right now or anything. I mean, you see the optic and the Prism basketball wax. It's $600 a box. I mean, it's absolutely insane. So I actually sold the best card in the set, or the best card I got so far, and I more than almost doubled the retail price of the box just from the one card. So I'm very happy with the product. Soccer cards, I've got my Mbappe's. This is a PSA 9. I got 3 of these. I'll probably move one and just hang on to the rest. The key thing here with Mbappe, Champions League is coming up. That's the league, Rich, where champions from across different leagues across the world compete in a single tournament, right? It's called he plays on Paris PSG, right? So those are all the city teams like Barcelona, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich in Germany, and he plays for Paris as well as the French national team.
Okay.
So I'm kind of soccer's a lot of my focus right now. I'm actually buying up some lots of cards.
Nice.
And but I'm also selling some pieces too, so just kind of keep the money moving. What else am I into? I'm still buying, basketball. I'm still into low key, low to mid, like the Lonzo Ball, right? So Lonzo Ball
I've been buying him too.
Starting to come up. Siku Dumbaya. I'm probably butchering the name. I apologize. Feel free to leave a comment if I said it wrong, but if I said it right, hit the like button, right? I mean, baseball's coming on strong too. Here's another Josh Hart rookie Prism.
Nice.
Baseball, actually. So what I'm into for baseball, and I've been a lot of breaks of them, is the select cards. Where are they now? I just had it. So here's the Jordan Alvarez auto.
That's
the
nice,
select
man.
Cards are just beautiful.
Did you buy that or pull that?
The select cards.
Did you buy that or pull that?
I pulled that one.
Wow.
Actually, I didn't pull it. I got it in a break.
Oh, okay.
I got it in a break. So I pulled it indirectly, right? I didn't buy it.
Yeah.
And I've got some cards coming from Cahill Cards too that are select. In fact, the one he's just going to hold for me and send for grading because he's doing a grading run. So,
okay,
I mean,
cool.
that's what I'm kind of into. What am I out of? I don't know. I mean, I think I'm just out of buying all the top stars right now. Like all the markets being so high, I'm not worrying about buying Lukas or Zions or what have you. I'm just trying to find, as those guys raise the market, as the Zions and stuff raise the market, these other cards are going to bubble up too, right? Yep. So that's what I'm trying to ride the coattails, I guess, right? So riding the coattails of the premier guys to bring up the next level and the up and coming stars. I think you're going to see a lot of them, especially with a lot of stars pulling out and all the rest. And if you look at most of these NBA athletes, they're ripped. Like they've all been hitting the gym and whatnot, right?
Yeah.
Zion, and I think they showed, was it Ben Simmons? Just monster looking, right? So knock on wood, they don't get hurt.
That dude still got to learn to hit a 3-pointer.
Oh my gosh. They were trying to show highlights on Twitter of him shooting long distance shots, jump shots, but
it's easier when you're playing by yourself. I hope people realize
it always is. But yeah, so I think you're going to see there's a lot of opportunity with some of the players not playing or not all the teams in there for some people to really shine. I think that when it comes back live in a couple of weeks now, it's like 2 weeks out.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm hyped up for it, man.
It's going to be intense, right?
I think I'm losing a little bit, Mike.
I didn't mention 2020 in that one. So anyway, yeah, so we'll see what happens. They're not resting like they normally would with soccer. So but then again, they don't do playoffs and stuff. Like they just kind of finish.
Yeah.
There are playoffs for all these leagues because as you finish in your regular season, that's where you get the bids to go into these worldwide tournaments, Champions League and Europa and stuff like that.
Okay.
That's about it. What about you? What are you into? What are you out of this week?
I'm still buying MPJ. I'm still buying SGA. Basketball still on the top of my list. I've been even buying some Lonzo Ball cards. Yeah. I posted a mail day the other day showing some Lonzos I got in. And what is it? These cards right here. I got his second year Mosaics. And
nice.
I've been cards too because as these other price points start rising, if I believe in them becoming a star, then their second year card should rise at some point too. And those cards are super cheap. But someone posted, I think you're the last Lonzo Ball fan alive. I'm like, I'm not a fan. I just think his cards are underpriced and they could make me some money down the road. But don't get it twisted. I'm not a fan of Lonzo Ball. I don't hate him, but I'm just not a fan.
Right.
So anything basketball, I'm still hot on. I mean, if you can find it, right?
True.
I think the ceiling is rising on there. There's the Zion Mosaics. You can get a Zion Mosaic base still for like $50. I think that's a great buy. That's what I'm looking to buy too. I mean, a couple weeks ago they were like 30, 35. Now they're at 50. So if you're going to jump on that train, you better do it soon. So that's where my wax on is. My wax off is something that we talked about earlier. I think grading is great. Grading, especially in the world of online sales. You can't feel this card. I can't physically have it in front of me and see if the corners are crisp, the edges are nice, any surface damage. I can't pull out my fancy jeweler's eye and check it. I have to trust that the buyer, the seller, is selling a good card, and if he's not, that he's disclosing everything. Unfortunately, that doesn't always happen. So buying and grading cards makes sense and became more popular, I think, as online sales become more popular. That said, yes, you should probably grade rookies, especially rookies that you trust in. Insert color inserts, silver inserts. I get all that stuff, but not everything. If you want to have some fun, go on eBay and put in just on the search PSA 10 or SGC 10 or so forth. You will see the craziest cards that have been sent in for grading. Guys that are, listen, I couldn't do what they do, so I say this with all respect. They're no names in their respective sport. Someone decided, I'm going to get this, this general second string guy graded, and they have the audacity to then put up Pop 1. Well, yeah, because you're the only crazy person willing to go get that card graded, right? Pick and shoot. Grading's getting more and more expensive. These grading companies,
it is.
especially.
I think purposely.
Yeah, they know.
I think to address your point, it's purposely. I think it's because the sheer volume of cards is so high. I think that the grading companies are saying, like, we're going to thin the herd. So if you want to pay to send in some 10-cent insert to get graded, you're going to pay for it, right? And there's going to be no ROI. I think that's the thing is, I think they felt almost victimized, that they were just doing a quick little service so someone else can make all the money, and they're still only making $10. So I think they're just trying to tap into the demand. So just to recap, you're saying your wax off is over.
Yeah, and again, I'm talking to a guy, Serge, in our Discord group. The cards, real great. Is a really nice guy. He showed me some of the cards he's grading. I would grade every single one of those cards, and he's sending a ton of cards in. I would grade every single one of the same cards he's grading. That's not the cards I'm talking about. I'm talking about those guys you shouldn't be getting graded, right? And again, if you want to have some fun, go on eBay and do the searches. You'll see exactly the type of players that I'm talking about. Not everything's price point is going to rise. You're going to lose money. So stop.
No, that's true.
Yeah,
that's true. I mean, just here, right? I mean, total transparency, right? So, like, the Lewis Robert rookie, Topps rookie, getting that graded. Lonzo Ball optic rookie, getting that graded. Siku insert, the parallel rather, right? Refractor parallel. Christian Pulisic first prism. He's going to be the USA icon. Got to get him. Some Messi. Upside down. Messi select. Prism. These are 2017 cards with the refractor.
He's an icon.
Those are sharp cards.
Yeah.
I actually pulled these Christian Pulisic 2017 Revolution to rookie card. That's about a $200 card graded. The Alvarez with the auto, right? Bo Bichette, I think it's a Mojo refractor, right? With the little like transformer looking refraction.
Yep.
Right. Pete Alonso numbered Gypsy Queen card.
Pete Alonso, by the way, I think is the most undervalued baseball player. His Topps and Topps Chrome rookie cards, you can get them graded for a price point that doesn't make any sense.
True. Yeah, but I'm sending this one in because it's numbered.
It's nice.
It's a little more rare, right? Same thing. Bowman foil or Bowman Chrome rather. Bowman refractor. I'm sorry, Heritage refractor, numbered to 999. So I'm not just sending in like base cards, right?
Yep.
The Josh Hart silver. That's a nice card. I think it's going to do well, right? And then the Paulson Chrome refractor, right? So we'll see.
I love that
we'll
guy,
see,
by the way.
like you're saying.
Paulson, I love him.
What's that?
I love Paulson, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm buying him too.
So that's my grading stack right there, and I think you're right, though. I think we're going to see a correction with the grading, but I don't know. I mean, I think cards are just stuck at PSA for 6 months. I mean, if you send that card away, who knows?
Crazy.
It's crazy. You're right. Well, I think we're approaching the 40-minute mark, and I want to jump on a 9:30 break with Cahill Cards. But Rich, thanks so much for coming on. I think it was a lot of fun.
Definitely.
And I think we all got to learn a little bit more about you and something other than 15 and 60-second clips. It's really great. I'm looking forward to all the collaboration with Waxing Poetic, and definitely we'll collaborate there. We'll have you here once in a while, and so what we'll do is, Rich, when this video goes live, if you could put the link to the Discord in the comments, of this video, or just give it to me and I'll post it, and we'll put it in the comments so people can join if they saw this. But it's probably I've been in about 4 or 5 Discord groups, and I've left most of them. This one's definitely better. I think I can do a video on like how to tune your notifications to but what's nice is you could just keep certain channels on notification and certain channels off.
Yep.
So that's kind of like what I do, right? And then when someone tags and add everyone, you get that notification too. So that's the key with Discords, is tuning the notification. Someone said hello to us. CS in the live comments said hi to us. So hi.
Hey, what's up?
Not sure who it is, but thanks for watching. And
absolutely.
If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Definitely tell your friends about it. So one last question from Colin B. Ballin. He bought 70,000 football and baseball cards in the 90s for $40. So that's awesome. What do I think is the best way to sell and sort them? So, I mean, Rich, I would say by team.
Yeah.
Or by year or by player. Depends on how, if it's a star player.
Yeah, I would probably pull the star players out and then put everything else in team lots.
Yeah.
I mean, you can even do it by year and team lots, and then pull all the star players out and either lot them out, or if there's anything special in there, obviously sell it on its own.
Yeah, and if you got enough star players, you could throw in a couple of the stars into the team lots, featuring so and so, and makes them more attractive that way. But definitely cool. Yeah. So good luck with that, Colin. This is CS is Carlos from the Bay Area.
And nice. Colin, how you doing, man?
Colin, again, thanks so much. I hope that was thanks for asking the question. I hope that was helpful. And definitely keep reaching out to us. I appreciate it. Appreciate your taking time to watch this. So yeah, Rich, it's about time we sign off. Thanks again for coming on. Anything else you want to say before we wrap up here?
No, again, I appreciate it. I was happy to sip and podcast with you today. I'm gonna go sip and rip in a little bit. My scotch is out too, so that tells me it's time to stop and go do something else.
All right, good stuff. You all can find Rich online at Rich, aka the Happy Collector, and you have a link tree also, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you go to thehappycollector.com, you can find all my spots there.
Perfect.
That's probably the easiest way to find all my stuff.
Excellent. Thanks so much. And then again, I'm back in the cards, at back in the cards at most of the social medias, back dash into dash cards on eBay. And yeah, everything else is pretty standard. Our link tree is just linktree.ee/back in the card. So again, thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed it. We've do 3 of these interviews now, and we're going to continue to do them at least weekly. So really appreciate your time and taking the time. There is sip and rip that Pete Rose Top Series 2, says Carlos. Everyone knows now you're affiliated with that card. I love that card too. I wanted to pull it, and I haven't had luck yet. If I pull it, great. I'm not going to go buying it for more than $5.
No, you're right. I mean, exactly, because it really is a $4 card that's being sold for $40 because of all the hype.
Like, you can't recall the card. I don't know what people are worried about.
Well, there's probably 200,000 of them. I think again, something clicks. You have to jump in early. Hopefully, you have it in hand. Sell it to whoever wants to buy it from you for $50, and then take that and go buy some Zions and Jaws or save up for some LeBrons and Michael Jordans. I mean, that's what I'm doing.
All righty. Well, thanks everyone, and you all have a great night. Take care.
Take care, guys.